going on, everybody? Happy Monday, June 26th, 2023. This is Lot Majority Live. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Kevin Smith. Yesterday was kind of weird. In New York City. I went in there for an event, it turns out. I also got trapped in the gay pride parade. It was a little weird. A lot of naked people. A lot of naked people who shouldn't be naked. That's always the one thing about public nudists and exhibitionists. They always seem to be the person who is least, who should be naked in public least. Very odd things we had yesterday. Also, if we have time, I know it's a little bit late today. Sorry for jumping in here a little bit late. The weather made everyone drive like a jackass because, once it rains outside, everyone forgets how to drive. Everybody forgets how to drive. I don't really understand why, but you know what? That's just the sort of stuff that happens. Just the kind of stuff that happens. So, we're going to talk about all that went on yesterday. There were pride parades all over the country, all over the nation, really. There was one in Toronto where everyone dressed up like dogs, actually dressed up like dogs. Now, why would they do that? Why would they do that? Great question. I don't really have an answer for you, but we will dive in. Of course, the great Andy No has got all the footage that's going to gross you out over the course of the next half hour or so. All of the footage that's going to make you absolutely vomit. I've got a story from Seattle. Seattle, of course, the failed city of Seattle. A bunch of naked men bathing in a park with children around. Don't worry, we won't arrest them for that. We won't have any problems with that because, pride. We can bring that up in a second. Before we get started, head on over to loudmajorityusa.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Check out our shop. That's the best way to support this channel, everything we've got going on. So you never miss out on anything we have going on. Also, once again, head on over to Loud Majority. Let me turn that off. Once again, guys, for those of you who haven't, if you are interested in coming, where the hell is it? This Saturday, join me, James O'Keefe, Jack Posobiec, for a round table this Saturday, July 1st at, where the hell is it? Apparently I don't have it queued up. Whatever. Things happen. So me, Jack Posobiec, James O'Keefe, this Saturday in Manorville. If you guys would like to go, head on over to tpusa.com/NY. That's tpusa.com/NY. I'm proud to join with the great James O'Keefe and Jack Posobiec for a phenomenal day out at an alpaca farm, which is kind of convenient, which is a little bit convenient, Retracto the correction alpaca. So, let us dive in. Before we do, make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up button if you're watching on Rumble. If you're new to the channel, hit the follow button right underneath the video. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that like button. Keep sharing this out with your friends. I can't see the Facebook chat today, which is very odd. So if you're talking on Facebook, I can't see you. But that's why you guys all got to head over to Rumble. Rumble.com/LoudMajorityUS. Because there I can always see what's going on. So, I don't want to talk about this. I really don't. However, we have to. Because someone has got to show the world what all that is going on here. You see, because if you talk to people, they'll say, these sorts of things don't happen. Love is love. Love always wins. Well, not so much. Now, I want to be clear about something. Just so everyone knows. This episode is going to contain nudity. And the worst kinds of nudity. But you need to see this so that you can show it to your friends. When they say, pride isn't about pedophilia. Yeah, it is. That's why this guy thinks it's okay in Seattle to bathe in a public fountain with children around. Bathe in a public fountain with children around. Who the hell would ever do that? You may ask, who would do that? Why would they do that? Well, here we go. Credit to the great Andy No. Here it is. Naked men in the park. Oh, look, there's a child running up. Nothing to see here. No big deal. A lot of brajol hanging out there. Nothing to see here. Yeah, let's just stand naked in the park. Kids everywhere. These two ugly fat men thinking it's okay to be naked in the park. And why wouldn't they think that? Why wouldn't he? There's a naked man who decided to paint himself in something. Cool, let's get rid of that because I'm nauseated. Let's get rid of that because I'm disgusted. No, Kev, that's not happening. You're fear-mongering. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's what's happening in this world. Let's see what else we can find from yesterday's Pride event. There was plenty going, oh, here's a good one. This from Timcast News. No, it's not sexual in nature. No. Oh, wait a minute. What's that? What's that? Ugly fat people naked in New York City. Yeah, look at that. More naked people. There's another naked person. Oh, there's a woman with a shaved head. Is that a woman? I don't even know. It looks like there's double mastectomy scars. It doesn't look like there's a brajol, so that's probably a woman. Throw that up there. Of course, we've got to see that. More nauseating stuff. You're right. Nothing to see here. But look, maybe there aren't kids. Maybe there aren't kids. Well, here we go. That's the New York City Dyke March, which is underway down Fifth Avenue. Apparently, the lesbians now want to have their own march, aside from the gays. No more gays. They've been pushed aside. Now we've got the lesbians marching. Okay. Children abound. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Let's see. What else was there? Oh. What else was there? This happened all over New York. Oh, here's another winner. Here's another winner. This happened in Washington Square Park. In Washington Square Park, inside of a fountain, here's more ugly lesbians. Let me turn that off. More ugly lesbians just showering bathing in a fountain. When did this become okay? When did we start allow naked people in public? When did we begin to stop enforcing indecent exposure laws? Yeah, oh, look at that. Kids everywhere. This was the scene at the clothing optional event in Washington Square Park. Here we have, can't forget these two. We got two fat lesbians making out right here. Right there, one with the pink hair. And oh, look at that, a child just behind them. You don't say. You don't say, Kev. Disgusting. This happened all over the place. All over the place. And nobody seemed to care. But hey, we're fear-mongering. Pride is love. Love is love. Love always wins. No, that's fucking disgusting. First off, rule number one, for all the people who want to be naked in public, you're always the last people who should be naked in public. Nobody wants to see that. That's disgusting. Some of these people need to march a little bit more often, as the great Matt Gaetz likes to say. Get the arms pumping. Mix in a salad. I don't know why the 8 million people that live in New York City have to be subjected to fat, naked people walking down Fifth Avenue. Why must they be subjected to that? Why? So that you can prance around and be happy about who you sleep with? No one cares, bro. No one cares. And is it a rule amongst fat lesbians you have to have, like, gigantic, ugly tattoos? Is that a rule? Like a big thigh piece that nobody can discern what it is? Is that a rule amongst lesbians? I don't know. I do not know. But remember, we're making this up, guys. We're the evil conservatives who don't want people to be able to love who they want to love. No. You remember 10, 15 years ago? Stay out of my bedroom. I don't want the government in my bedroom. Now we are forced to be in their bedrooms. We are forced to do so. Why do I have to look at that? Great question. Great question. I don't understand why. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. This was a good one, brought to us once again by the great Andy No. I don't know why the good people of Toronto have to be subject to a group of people in a dog fetish costume with some of their genitals exposed participate in the family-friendly Toronto Pride event. I don't understand why the good people of Toronto, I'm sure there are some of them, why they have to be subjected to this crap. Stay out of my bedroom. Remember that? Oh, what the hell is that? What is this thing in the blue? What is that? What is that? Come on, guys. Oh, there we go. There's a dick just roaming around. Very nice. Very nice. We got to have a guy in a wheelchair. We don't want to be ableist. Don't forget to bring your guitar so you can sing songs about your dog fetish. Really, guys. Oh, and then, of course, Bud Light had to jump into the action. Because, you know, Bud Light hasn't had a rough enough month. Now Bud Light officially is sponsoring Pride. Because it turns out if you drink Bud Light, you're kind of gay to begin with. As if Bud Light's not having a bad enough month. Wow. Some people just do not learn their lesson. Some people just don't learn their lesson. But, as I said, we are the bad ones, remember? The LGBTQ network, remember them? Jay Freed. All those freaks. We're the bad people. Go ask those freaks if they think it's okay for children to be bathing in a fountain in Washington Square Park with naked lesbians. They'll tell you it's not happening. Now you've got the video to prove that it is. The great Andy No. If you're not following Andy No on Twitter, I do not know what the hell it is you are doing. I don't know what the hell you're doing then. Unbelievable. But they're the ones who will tell you that that ain't happening. Not happening anywhere. Unreal. Unreal. Before we keep going, guys, make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up button if you're on Rumble. If you're new to the channel, hit the follow button so you never miss out on anything we've got going on. Also, head on over to loudmajorityusa.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Check out the shop. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that like button on Facebook, please. It really helps out the algorithm. And tag your friends in the, oh wow, shocker, Sodom and Gomorrah is trending on Twitter. Oh, that ought to be good. If I click on that one, I'm sure there'll be some fantastic videos. I'm sure there'll be some absolutely fantastic. Oh, there's, yep. That's disgusting. Let's see, what do we got here? New York City, Sodom. Oh, this is a good one. Let's see, can I pull this up? This is the video that says, we're here, we're queer, and we're coming for your children. Yeah, let's see, can I get the sound on this one? Let me see if I can pull this up for you so that everyone can hear this, because this is disgusting, and these people ought to be pushed off a ledge, a high ledge. Literally, people marching down the streets of New York City chanting, we are here, we are queer, and we are coming for your children. But don't worry, guys. This isn't happening. The radical gender theorists out there will tell you that this sort of crap, you're fear-mongering. There it is. Let me see if I can start that over. Naturally, one of them has to have their breasts out, naturally, because, you can't just walk down the street. You can't just go to your parade without having to be disgustingly naked in public. Go figure. But nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, because people don't want to be called homophobic. They don't want to be called, well, you know what, that's what you get. For years, we sat back and we said, all right, fine, go get married, no big deal. We'll stay out of your bedroom. And this is what we got. You give an inch, they take a mile. That's the way the left works. And my question for you is, what comes next? What comes next? There's only two things that could possibly come next. And it's absolutely terrifying to even consider. I won't even say it out loud, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, I cannot wait for Wednesday's show. I can't wait for Wednesday's show because I'm diving into a story about. I cannot wait to talk about what's happening right now with our good Republicans and their financial disclosure forms. It's going to be a hell of a good time. It's going to be a hell of a good time. But guys, before we move on to the next story, a quick word from my good friend, Mr. Mike Lindell.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets, sleepwear, dog bed.
Whoa, Charles. Everyone now can get MyPillow products at huge discounts at MyPillow.com. That's right. Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our 3-in-1 sale. We're bringing you exciting new products, overstock specials, and closeout deals you won't find anywhere else. For example, when you buy one of our brand new MyPillow 2.0s, you get another one absolutely free. And with our overstock sale, you save 50% on our luxurious Giza Dream bed sheets. That's as low as $29.99 for the best sheets ever. And with our biggest closeout special, you get our all-season slippers for only $35. Or our sandals and slides for just $25. Quantities are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Guys, please do support the people who support this show. Head on over to MyPillow.com. Promo code LOUD, L-O-U-D. That's MyPillow.com. Promo code LOUD for up to 80% off everything on the website. I want to thank Mike Lindell and the people over at MyPillow for supporting programs like this one. Look, guys, it's how we keep the lights on. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. The color looks a little bit different today. We got new cameras that we are very clearly still working out because some people don't know what the word dark means or bright because apparently there's lingos that I don't understand because I'm not a camera person. Yeah. I don't know what dark means. Meh. I don't know what I'm a crank yanker. Yay! My producer out over there. My producer doesn't know what the word bright means. So now I look like I don't have any blood running through my body. Like a damn vampire. Like a vampire. And that's why Mike Lindell looked like he had skin cancer in that ad. He looked like a ginger. But oh, here we go. Only in Newsday. I love this. As Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman pushes the envelope, concerns raise over his rhetoric. In May, Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, you ready for this shit? Went to Manhattan, stood behind a podium featuring the county seal, and led a rally in support of Daniel Penny. Daniel Penny, of course, is the U.S. Marine who protected a subway car full of people against an insane, drug-addled homeless person. And apparently, Newsday doesn't like it very much. Newsday doesn't like the fact that Bruce Blakeman said what he said. Some black leaders and Democrats also expressed concerns that Blakeman may be trying to follow a political playbook that attempts to stoke the fears of crime by using language that feeds on racial stereotypes. Who is the asshole at Newsday who wrote this? Candace Ferretti. You must be new here. Political analysts say Blakeman, a Republican from Atlantic Beach, is playing to his party's conservative base as it tries to build on its wins in 2021 when the Nassau County GOP flipped top countywide offices. They didn't flip them. We did. Let's be clear. In 2022, when it took 2 congressional seats held by Democrats. Some people said that he was trying to incite the crowd. He was going to incite the crowd. Arthur McKay, the senior pastor at the Mount Sinai Baptist Church Cathedral in Roosevelt, said Blakeman's statements about Penny's case and the language in the Summer Jams court filing are extremely disturbing. The controversy about Penny's case, the defendant is white, the deceased is black. Okay. What the hell does that mean? And so this pastor is basically openly admitting that if Daniel Penny were black and the murdered person were white, nobody would care. This pastor, who emphasized he's known Blakeman for 20 years, said, I have a lot of respect for Bruce Blakeman. I don't disrespect him, but I disagree with him on these topics. All right, so shut up then. You're a Democrat. He's a Republican. You're going to disagree. There's no reason to go out there and try to claim that Bruce Blakeman is some kind of a racist because he thinks that the New York City police officers should be allowed to do their jobs. Because if cops are allowed to do their jobs, then Daniel Penny doesn't happen. It is amazing to me, and this is what happens. This is why elected Republicans suck. They see an article like this in Newsday, and they think, oh no, now I've got to change my rhetoric. I don't think Blakeman will do that, but the majority of them will, despite the fact that no one who reads Newsday is voting for you in the first place. That's the problem with elected Republicans. They sit back and they try to get 100% of the vote. 40% wouldn't vote for you if you saved their dog from a fire. So cast them aside. All the ugly people who protested me in Smithtown wouldn't vote Republican if you paid them. So who gives a shit what they think? Move down the bench. For too long, Republicans have tried to appease the opinions of people who will never like them in the first place. If you're pro-choice, if you are pro-death, if you are pro-abortion, as a Republican, those people are never going to vote for you, no matter what you do. Because you've got an R next to your name. They don't understand that, though. They got to be nice to everybody. Well, I don't. And that's why I like to have so much fun. And that's why I have so much fun. Just the fact that Newsday would even consider claiming that Bruce Blakeman's rhetoric is somehow racist because, he pushes the envelope. Blakeman, a 67-year-old, is a former attorney and business consultant and the Port Authority Commissioner, a former presiding officer of the Nassau County Legislature. He had a unsuccessful run for comptroller, New York City mayor. Wait, Blakeman ran for mayor? Blakeman ran for mayor? I didn't know that. I think they're making that up. In all their campaigns, Republicans criticized Democrats for criminal justice reform, such as a new law that reduced the number of crimes for which what soft language. You ready for this? In all of the Nassau County GOP campaigns, Republicans criticized Democrats for backing state criminal justice reforms, such as a new law that reduced the number of crimes for which a judge could set bail for defendants. They just can't say bail reform. They got to add all those words in. There's something rotten about this prosecution. Daniel Penny is a good Samaritan, Blakeman said on Fox and Friends. It defies logic that he is being prosecuted. Fred Brewington, a Hempstead-based civil rights attorney, said, quote, I think that either Mr. Blakeman is deeply confused or intentionally disregarding the fact that this man is accused of killing a mentally ill African-American man and turning him into a hero. Last I understood, vigilantism is not allowed. Be gone with you, sir. First off, civil rights attorneys, okay, unless we're living in 1967, we don't need you. We don't need we don't need Benjamin Crump. We don't need the good Reverend Al Sharpton, who's never given a sermon in his life. We certainly don't need Jesse Jackson. So Fred Brewington, move down the bench and go back to chasing ambulances. This entire article is just Democrats bitching about Bruce Blakeman. Candace Ferretti, you must be new here. Oh, she's been a reporter at Newsday for 12 years. Wow, and I don't know who you are. You must not be very important. Alrighty, guys, we're going to wrap the show up today. I can't stand looking at it anymore. Ugly, naked people. But now you guys have what you need to combat the radical pride movement when they say love is love and we're not naked in front of children. Now you've got the video to show them that it turns out it's a little bit more nefarious than that. It's a little bit more nefarious when you have fat naked men showering in a public fountain with children around. Now you've got the content you need to combat this ridiculous ideology. Guys, make sure you guys tune in at 1 p.m. today for LFA TV. That's 1 p.m. over at rumble.com/LFA TV. And until Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, I got a big one for you. We're going to be talking about how it turns out that not George Santos isn't the only person who doesn't really follow the laws. It turns out the rest of them don't either. So, idiot Republicans. Glass houses, guys. Glass houses. Until 1 p.m. today, everybody, stay loud.